Welcome to the Mot Krid Show.
Welcome to the Mot Krid Show. I'm your host, Thomas Gallmeyer. Once again, gun violence has struck in America and 17 innocent lives have been taken. As usual, there's no action or reaction by politicians or the president. This, of course, should come as no surprise, as the NRA, the National Rifle Association, has spent a record-breaking amount of money, $36.6 million, to get Trump elected as President of the United States. And so one of Trump's first bills signed into law was to undo a Obama-era rule that made it more difficult for mentally ill people to obtain guns. Gun control is extremely effective. Please take a minute and watch the following video posted by ActTV, check out their website, about a country, in this case Japan, that has very strict gun laws. No one needs guns, no one. In a civilized society, there's just no place for them at all. Ask yourself this question: is your perverted obsession with guns more important than the lives of your fellow citizens and their children? Is it more important than our right to just stay alive and live a safe and happy life? Enjoy the video and stick around for more on the Mot Krid Show.
Japan is an interesting outlier when it comes to gun violence. They're about 1/3 of the size of the US, and they have the lowest rate of gun violence in the developed world. It is so peaceful there that police often run out of things to do. Seriously, in 2015, only 6 shots in total were fired by police in all of Japan. Japan's success is a result of several factors, including a history of wars, Japanese culture, and their current gun laws. The general feeling among Japanese citizens is that war and violence is terrible for the country, so they should do everything in their power to avoid going back to that. As a result, Japanese gun laws start with the premise that guns should not have a role in civilian society. That idea even extends into how the police operate. Instead of arms training, the police spends many hours training in martial arts techniques. If they're dealing with a violent or drunk person, sometimes they will use these huge futons to basically roll up the person like a burrito and take them back to the station until they calm down. From the civilian side, if a person wants to buy a gun, they have every right to do so, but the process is very complex and thorough. To buy a gun in Japan, first you have to take a day-long class and pass a written exam. Then you have to take a shooting range test and pass it with 95% accuracy or higher. Then you have to go to the hospital and pass a mental health exam and drug test. And lastly, you have to pass a comprehensive background check that makes sure you don't have any extremist or criminal associations. Only then you'll be allowed to purchase a shotgun or an air rifle, but no handguns or semi-automatic weapons, which are completely banned for civilians. Did I mention you have to keep the gun and ammo stored separately and under lock and key and agree to yearly police inspections? Yeah, Japan does not mess around when it comes to guns. And the results speak for themselves. It's incredibly hard for would-be mass shooters to get their hands on weapons that can cause a lot of harm. The consequence is that total gun deaths in Japan are often in the single digits, compared to 33,000 annually in the United States. So what can we do? Even though there are cultural differences that make comparisons complicated, there's a lot we can learn from Japan. Mental health exams and more robust background checks, for starters, would immediately make it harder for potential mass shooters to arm themselves. The freedom to bear arms is currently costing us 33,000 lives per year. If we want to actually solve this problem, we have to do better than offer thoughts and prayers. Peace.
Yesterday, I was feeling blue.
I'm Over the Moon. Our new single, Today Is Mine, will be out on iTunes soon, with the video being released on YouTube shortly thereafter, so stay tuned. Look out for Today Is Mine by Mot Krid featuring J Latif.
For the broken cloud, I left those memories behind me, yeah. And
Second Amendment as an excuse not to do anything about gun control. The Second Amendment is an amendment. It can be amended. That's literally the definition of amending something. An amendment. It needs to be amended. Taking my son Max Diakita to the beach on a Sunday afternoon. Welcome to this week's Mot Krid Weekly Top 10. And tonight I'd like to start off the set with John Lennon's timeless song about peace and love, Imagine. Miss You by James Hersey, the On remix is next. And then it's our song, The New World, featuring Jay Latif, followed by Matt Kearney and Afshin with Better Than I Used to Be. I Found My Soul at Marvin Gaye, that's Monomind, and we have Hallucinations with Rehab. This week we all needed angels on our shoulders, that's Cascade with the EDX Redub remix. Jack Wins gives us a great remix of Dreamers, that's Axwell and Ingrosso, and You and Me is next by Bass Nectar featuring W. Darlin. Finally we close the night with Tarzana Land's Hold Your Fire. I hope tonight's songs will inspire peace and harmony and perhaps ease some of the pain and sorrow that many of us are going through at this very difficult time. We can do much better than this. People don't need guns. Live healthy, be happy, and enjoy the music. Join us on Mixcloud now. Let us know what your favorite song is. Subscribe, stay in touch, and come back next week for an all-new Mot Krid Show and a brand new Mot Krid Weekly Top 10. See you then.